Well, it's such a pleasure to see each and every one of you here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Svetlana, and I am an energy healer and a psychic, and I will take you on a journey inside of your heart. Did you know that a human heart is the very first organ that is formed in a fetus? And that organ is responsible for the creation of the rest of the body. Yes, it's not the brain, it's the heart that is formed, and that magical space forms everything else. In your heart, all things are known and understood. In your heart, God speaks, and you can hear His voice without any setback, feedback. It comes straight, and you feel it, and you can know it. The heart is very, very, very important. It's so powerful, it's so magical, and all of us, I believe, had times in our lives when we listen to our heart, and sometimes maybe we listen to our brains, and we kind of know how the story unfolds. So I would like to take you on a journey of my life, and three key hard decisions that I had to make that allowed me and took my life in a completely different direction. The first one was when I decided to come to America with $300 in my pocket without knowing anyone, and my brain was going crazy because it was telling me all kinds of stories. It was scary, it was risky, and it was kind of insane to truly give up that good life that I created for myself back home through the hard work and education. But I was just tired to see women being repressed in their lives of being a homemaker without any real say. And it was going on from generation and generation. And it is not that I didn't want to be a homemaker. I just wanted to have a voice. I wanted to be heard, and I had dreams. So I remember I sat down on my knees and I asked, should I go or should I stay? And the divine voice came so strong. And I knew that I had to leave all that I knew. And that was a moment of divine trust for me. That was a moment where I had to trust. I knew that the universe will provide, that things will unfold. And that was the moment when I worked with my angels so closely, because I had to trust that things will unfold and happen. And you know what? When we listen to our hearts, life doesn't only unfold magically for us, it unfolds magically for people that we love. Because then we become more, we allow those people to dream, and we're able to help them and give them and inspire them in so many different ways. You know, I'm very happy to share that my mother lives with me now in this amazing country, and she enjoys it a lot. I go to work, she goes to the gym and to the pool. She definitely got to enjoy this wonderful world. And a month ago, my little cousin, 20-year-old, came to America, and I was able to pay for her ticket and for her program and allowed her to experience this life. So not only my life direction became it's so different, and it's so much more than I could ever imagine or expect when I was a child. That decision allowed me to help so many people through that journey. The second main or key decision that was in my heart happened when I said yes to creating a home and a family with an incredible man. He was tall and amazing, and I loved him so much. Being with him, all of my dreams truly came true. Everything that I dreamed of when I was a child, everything I dreamed of when I was a young adult. In those 2 years, all of my dreams came true, I realized. And 2 years in our marriage, he died. He died very unexpectedly, very fast, and it was the darkest moment in my life. I was so dark and I was so depressed, and all I wanted to shut down. I just wanted to shut down my heart, crawl under the blankets and hope that, I will wake up 2 years later. I didn't want to deal with the reality. And I was talking to God, and I was asking Him to take away everything that I had. Take away all my possessions. Take away my health. Give me any disease. Give me anything that I had any little say in. Just give me back Him. Please give me Him back. But when someone passes on and goes in a different energy space, there is really no bargain with God. And really, when we're so dark, there are three key decisions that a person can make. Whether it is a loss of loved one, whether it is a loss of job, a divorce, a broken heart, whatever it is, when we are faced with darkness and a place where we want to shut down and get depressed, there are three choices that we have. Number one choice is to pull in and close and stay there. And I think all of us had experienced that space in some level, and we probably know people who've been living in that space for a very, very long time. The second choice that someone can make is to just pass through the life. Never truly living, never truly enjoying it. Just go through the life and share this story of sorrow with anyone who would listen, and just to suck for the compassion and to ask for the understanding, and that is the connection that the person creates. And while it is very common, and there are a lot of people who stay in that space, it never can be rewarding. It never, in a big term, it never will be rewarding. And the third choice someone can make is to go inside their heart, to go inside and ask, what was the lesson? Why did that happen? What did I learn? Who am I now? And to realize and learn the truth of life, what life truly is, and to rise up. And to rise up. And through that time where I chose to keep my heart open, and I meditated and prayed, and I went on my spiritual journey, I was able to talk to my husband. I was able to connect with him and speak with him. And that is when I realized that there is no death. There is no beginning and no end. We're all parentheses in eternity. We change the energy. We come into life. We learn the lessons. And some have many, many years. Some have less. We do what we need, and we transition in a different energy. However, we're all vibration, and everything is made of vibration. Therefore, I was able to chat with him and tell how upset I was at him for leaving me so early, and express how much I love him. And he shared some very intimate details about my life and the life of our son. And that was the time when I had to make my third decision about what life direction am I going to take. At that time, I was pursuing a career as a financial advisor, and it sounded very sexy. But inside of my heart, I knew I was a healer. I knew I had to heal, whether it is a grief, where it is a sorrow, where it is a disease, a cancer, or anything else. And the roar was very loud, and I had to step into that roar and just be it. My brain didn't support it, and these are some of my friends. Some friends told me that spirituality is very private and it's not something that you can share. I had to make other decisions, like, am I going to listen to my friends, or am I going to be true to myself and be congruent with my highest? So that was kind of easy. Now I have amazing friends. Yes, thank you, Heather. Now I have an amazing group of women that I'm so proud to call my sisters. I truly believe they are angels on earth that we are walking this lifetime together. And there is a time, honestly, when I heal and there is a person in front of me, and when I am connected to divine and I'm connected to the person, and I have the energy of the angels and the energy of my healers, and everything come together, that is the moment when I'm completely alive. That is a moment that I'm fully myself, that I am the happiest and I am the biggest joys, because I am serving and I am being who I truly was created to be in this lifetime. And we all have that moment within our hearts. You know, ladies, something crazy happened a while back is when we decided that in order to be successful, we kind of need to be like men and get in our head and start thinking more. And the truth is really, men are very brain-centered, but we are heart-centered. The truth lies in our heart, all the answers lie in our heart. Therefore, us making decisions from our brain it's not as powerful. And from the metaphysical standpoint, I would share with you that in our heart, there is a memory of our soul, right? That's where our soul lives and lays. And our soul has the knowing of what we're supposed to do in this lifetime and what we're here for. And it knows the knowledge of ions of lives that we lived, all of our lives. Your brain knows the last 20, 30, or 40 years or whatever, 50, 60, 70 that you live. It's very limited. It only knows what you experience through osmosis, through the friends, from background, from relationships. That's all it processes, and that's the decision it makes based on this reality. In your heart, there is a knowledge that is beyond your mind, and it's impossible to comprehend. So I hope I convinced you how important your heart is. And I really would like now to take you on a journey inside of your heart. Some of you might have practiced and listened to your heart over and over. For some of you, it might be the very first time that you're going to get acquainted with that powerful space. Before we go there are pencils and papers. I would like you to write down the question, one question that you want to ask your heart. Oh, you got it? You got it? One question that you want to ask your heart. If there is something that you want to know, there is an answer that you're looking for, write it down. I know it might be very, very scary. I would encourage you to get out of your heads and write down what it is you truly want to know. Just relax. Close your eyes. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale love and exhale fear. Inhale love. Put your palms one upon another and place it right above your heart. Just hold your heart. Place it right above your heart. How does it feel? How does your heart feel? How does it feel on an emotional level? How does it feel on a physical level? Don't try to change anything. Just feel it. Now, I would like to invite you to create face to your heart. Make it a little being. Imagine it. Imagine its eyes, its mouth, its nose, hair, arms, wings. Make it your being, your very special being that lives within you. Now ask that being, do you feel appreciated and loved, or ignored and undervalued? What is that you really want? What makes you unhappy? Remember, there is no right or wrong way to listen to your heart. We all intuitively know how to do it. What do I need to do differently? If you could have one wish, what could it be? Now ask your heart the question that you wrote down. You'll receive the answer on an intuitive level. Either you will hear the answer, see it in your mind's eye, or just know it. Ask your heart what you need to ask. Now it's your turn to address your heart. Repeat those words quietly to yourself. Oh, my heart, I love you so. I value your perspective, your wisdom, and your love for me. I know my truth lives in you. You fill me up with love and light. I'm ever grateful for your place in my life. Tell it anything else that you want to say. Now imagine a beautiful golden white light coming right into your heart. Your heart is sucking it in. It's infused. Your heart is infused with this golden white light. And your heart pumps it out in your blood. And it goes into every cell of your body. You are filled up. You are being filled up with love, with joy, with wisdom, gentleness, and care. Now take a couple deep breaths. Inhale that love light. And exhale. Inhale the love and light. And exhale. One last time. Inhale the divinity, the beauty. And exhale. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Come back to your senses. Come on back. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. I would challenge you, ladies, to do this exercise for the next 21 days. There is something magical happens in 21 days, always does. Do this exercise or any other exercise, basically just go deep in your heart, create that relationship. Create the relationship that needs to be created. You know, to create a relationship with that truth, with that knowing, it's kind of like creating a relationship with a friend of yours. The more you go there, the more you listen, the more you make those decisions, the more you trust. The more you trust, the bigger you become, and it's about building that relationship. So for 21 days, I challenge you to build that relationship. I have a little present for you too. Heather, would you please help me? It is a rose quartz. It is a crystal of love. It's a crystal of heart. And I want you to keep it as a reminder of the love for yourself, that unconditional love that you are, and the truth that is within yourself. And whenever you are challenged or you need to make a decision, hold that stone in your palm. Connect with that. Remember that space where you talk to your heart, how you met it. Remember the truth. It was such an incredible pleasure to spend this evening with you. I will be outside for the next 40 minutes. I will be doing readings. So anyone who's open to receive a reading, you are more than welcome to come and spend a little time with me. Otherwise, I'll see you there. Yes, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you so much. Love you.